they're ready. Right, let's get into it. Team Vitality versus Team Liquid, best of 5. I'm kind of liking these. I'm kind of liking these chain 2v2 streams that we've been having recently. Locker McQueen, thanks to 25-month Prime. CT First, thanks for the brand new Prime. Radosin opens the match with thanks, what a save. He's a menace. Yeah, I'll change the title, hold on. You might need to refresh for it to update. There we go, right, title's updated, we should be good to go. Let's see if Radosin and Zen can stop the Atow Oski synergy that just completely floored TRK and Naupo today. Don't forget that it was Radosin and Zen who were able to bring to a halt the NAS Drally win streak. So these guys may have individually lost to NAS and Drally with Exotic and Seiko as teammates and had to redeem themselves with a win, but they did get the win. So Radosin and Zen individually 1-1 in their last 2v2 show matches. Oh my goodness, what a save by Atow. I'm so glad we were on his POV for that, because when a save like that occurs and you don't get a goal afterwards so you can watch it again in the replay, it is such a shame. But we got to see it firsthand there. Crazy reaction speed. A very, very impressive deflection into the post as well. No, Liquid did not sweep TRK and Naupo, but they were able to win pretty comfortably at the end of the day. It was a very impressive showing. Passing plays at a higher volume than you really expect to see in high level 2s these days. Passing in 2s can be so risky. You're just as likely to get intercepted as you are to pass to your teammate, it seems. Oski and Atow don't seem to think that way at all, though. And look at that again from Oski. So I talked about this briefly in the TRK and Naupo match. Not rotating far post, going straight towards the ball on his recovery. That's because his teammates already got the goal covered. Why would you rotate to the back post of the goal if your teammate's already covering the goal in 2v2? It's an old-fashioned way to play. I still hear coaches, I still hear, you know, the occasional caster. Even sometimes I'll hear a pro player just throwing the advice out there to their chat to say rotate back post. Don't rotate back post in 2s. You should almost never be rotating back post in 2s. If you're out of the game, go to the ball 99% of the time. You'll see that in these games because you just can't leave your teammate as a goalkeeper to have to challenge the ball and defend the goal at the same time. It's too risky. Yeah, in low rank, I can understand why people would want to tell their low rank friends to rotate back post. It's very annoying when everybody's just driving into the ball from whatever angle they're at. So it's decent advice for like brand new players, but for players who are more in the kind of intermediate to even like, you know, higher percentage players in the grand champ kind of range, you probably should stop, at least in 2v2, you should stop rotating in that direction. Oh wow, look at this. If Radosin had gotten the end of that, that would have been some 1-2 passing play. Yeah, the difference is this is the only piece of advice you need to follow really if you want to get your rotations right in 2v2. If your teammate has the ball for free, you want to give him space, you want to be in a useful position, so in that case, yeah, you would rotate kind of in a back post angle. But if your teammate doesn't have the ball, if you're recovering and the other team have the ball, go towards the ball. Wait, what has Radosin done? Did he just miss it? The openest net of all time. I'm pretty sure by Zen's reaction in the chat that he did. Radosin trying to clip on the open net, and he's missed the ball, and it's Oski in the other direction for 1-0. It's a Radosin moment. GG's. How did he miss that? Bro, he's trolling. Oh my goodness. How on earth did Radosin miss this? They're gonna play on. Imagine if they actually forfeit. I would have been like so confused with what to do. Alright, let's find another opponent for Oski and Atow. Nobody can beat them today. It's a ceiling double from Zen. Oh, that's a play and a half. It's well saved by Oski. Ceiling double with a reset mind game. A little bit of a low shot at the end of it all. Oski tracked it the whole way. Atow had a worldie save earlier. Now Oski. And he's going to get a second goal. It's top bins off the deflection. Wouldn't Zen have liked to have a Radosin pressuring the ball there? It's much nicer when you've got Somebody coming back at the ball. And I don't say that to roast Radosin, just to point out the point I was... or to illustrate the point I was making earlier. You really don't want to have to make a tackle and cover the goal in 2v2 at the same time. Bonus as well is the defender can't see you coming, or the attacker rather can't see you coming if you're challenging from behind. That's an exquisite reset from Zen here. Gets the elevation with the first touch and then gets around the ball with a reset. He says, Radosin is so bad we lost worlds. GG's. Kick me please, says Radosin. Zen is still, he's still reeling from that open net miss. He has not recovered. Radosin, here we go. Versus the open net. He's actually done the unthinkable and scored. And just like that, he's redeemed himself. Top 20 player. Tap in. Thanks. What a player. That's why I've got him top 15. I think I had him top 15 or something like that. Yeah, he plays for both teams. He does. He plays for both teams. He's just a very effective player. Very effective player. Once again, a very effective play by Radosin. Simple as. Just chips it into the crossbar. Atow, not sure where to go. Radosin just puts it right over his head. And as you can see, Radosin is simply the better player. Like, nothing else you need to look at other than the scoreboard. Here he goes again. This is probably another goal for Radosin. Atow saves it against the run of play. Yeah, see, this is... Okay, just to pause the trolling for a second. This is why the leaderboard can be misleading. You don't lose points for missing open nets. You don't lose points for own goals. You don't lose points for making any mistakes at all. You only gain points for hitting the ball, scoring, and saving and passing, etc, etc. Oh, that was a great pass. Oski can not get the hat trick though, hits it off the inside of the post. This is actually going to be a chance for Team Liquid though at the end of the game. Zen's playing for both teams as well. Radosin has him covered. Still a good opportunity for Team Liquid though. Atow offloads to Oski, who gets demoed, and that should be game. Looks like the boost advantage was Vitality's at the end of this one. And that was what really limited Team Liquid's opportunity to get the late equalizer. What a game though. Radosin just completely running the show. He's the puppet master in this one. I think Zen probably just had to leave the lobby to take a quick breather before getting back in. That was a roller coaster of emotions for him in that game. Would not be surprised to see him back in the same car. Batmobile? No, I don't think we're going to see the Batmobile. Not today. I would be very surprised. But yeah, it's worth mentioning that Vitality have never lost a tournament when Radosin has through. Like, whenever Radosin's throwing, Vitality win. An undeniable correlation. Yet to lose a tournament when Radosin's throwing, with whether it's own goals, open net misses, whatever it is. Vitality do win. Oh, what a play, Zen. So rare to see a lob in Rocket League, but he pulled one off. Almost getting a goal back, but for the ball chase challenges of Team Liquid, that continue to be super effective. There's another one. Oski from the far side. Oh, Zen rolls with a puncher. You're joking. He's just recovered and scored off Oski's challenge. Look at this. He recovers midair. Oski's bounce goes middle, and Atow left the net. Zen was able to just keep his eye on the ball the whole way. I love how the delayed chat reaction in that one. That's brilliant to see, because initially it just looked like Zen had an easy shot, but if you're really paying attention, you know that he shouldn't actually be able to get to that quickly. Something must have happened, and that something was Zen just staying up off the challenge. So passing play still being prioritized by Team Liquid. That one went wayward, so did this. I love to see the team play in 2v2. This is something I think more teams should be incorporating into their game. You've got to have at least the threat of a passing play every now and then. And it's not a convincing threat if you never go through with it. You always go for the solo play even though the pass is available. Opponents are just going to stop bothering to cut you off because they know you're just soloing. Very soft touch there by Atow. Oski's collected Radosin's poor clear. That's wide open for him. Zen was not in the area. And we do have a tie game. Well, I think, yeah, Radosin probably expected Zen to be a bit closer here, but losing control was certainly a mistake either way. And here comes another Radosin masterclass. Wide open net. This is what the French like to do. They like to just get the close cheat, the dead ball, and a quick follow-up. Now, the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed Radosin has just passed to himself by hitting the ball off an opponent. He's really doing it differently right now. Using his opponents against themselves. He's using them to his own advantage. These finesse touches in this series so far by Zen have been very on point. He's definitely feeling it right now. He's looking very comfortable on the pitch. Mind game by Radosin in defense. Atow's going to try and stay on him as best he can. Oski actually gets a free touch on it. And now he's down the line just to make the goal a little bit bigger. And it'll be 2-2. And an apology from Zen this time. Finally getting a read wrong off the sidewall. Big challenge by Oski. Now Radosin can lurk upfield here. Looks like Zen was hoping he would. Not quite in the right position. Yeah, it's just only world-class goals from Radosin today. I'm sure we're going to see plenty more. Zen going 1v2. No flip at the end of that play. Let's see how open this is for Oski. Wide open. So Zen tries to distract him with some quick chat spam. That was very careless by Radosin. Bit of a greedy shot, one that most likely gets blocked from that angle. Here's a chance to redeem himself. Receiving Zen's pass, just instead decides to mix it up. You know, instead of hitting the target, just booms the bar. Keep Team Liquid on their toes. Keep them unawares for the following shot. I mean, I think this is Radosin's strategy. I think I've figured him out in the middle of this series. He wants to miss every now and then. That makes Team Liquid think that, okay, let's predict a Radosin miss. Let's predict a misplay. And then all of a sudden he's booming it top bins. You just never know what's going to happen. I can say with certainty that, you know, while I was watching Vitality in Boston, I did get that feeling a lot of the time. Whenever Radosin would be about to hit the ball, I would just think to myself, okay, literally anything can happen here. This can go anywhere, or it could go nowhere. The range of Radosin about to hit the ball and what might happen is probably bigger than any other individual player's range in Rocket League right now. Because he's capable of the world-class plays. See, a lot of players are inconsistent, but they can't really do anything good. They're inconsistent because they're not good at the game. But Radosin is actually very good at the game. But he is definitely inconsistent as well at times. He has flashes of inconsistencies. And that makes his range pretty much unreadable. He's at the pro level. You're trying to put your opponent on a range of plays that they could be making at any given time, and Radosin could be making any play at any given time. Yeah, at least that's how it felt watching him in Boston. I was like, okay, every time he's on the ball, I'm nervous because he might be about to score for either team. Radosin here running in front of Zen. Atow cuts off the Vitality Pro. Radosin just playing the miss there that didn't happen. Still a chance for Vitality at the end of the game here. Can Radosin keep the ball up in the air? No, he can't. Pre-flip from Team Liquid, gets it grounded. We have a tie series. They're back in it. Alpine Season, thanks for the Prime, by the way. Chocolate, thanks for 39-month Tier 1. Where's Alpha? I don't know. Not sure where Alpha is. Didn't check in with him today. I'm not actually sure when Vitality go to Germany for Worlds, because they're not playing the wild card, obviously. Yeah, I think most of the wildcard teams are already there. Some of them are not, though. I think FaZe and Space Station are yet to fly in, so they're coming in pretty late. Are any other teams not there yet? Do you guys know if any other teams are coming in late? Mice are heading there right now. I think, for me, I'm surprised to hear that some of the NA teams haven't arrived yet, because teams that are already in... Oh, FaZe aren't in wildcard, of course. Yeah, FaZe are main event teams. That makes sense. But yeah, I think for teams already in Europe, it doesn't really matter to get out early because you're already in the right time zone. But for players who have got to travel further, you'd expect them to be getting over early. I'm not sure what prevented Space Station from getting over earlier, but there might have been some school or something. Did anybody say anything on a stream? Any Space Station players let their streams know? Now, fake kickoff by Atow and Oski. Oski's off the sidewall for this. Infield pass. Oh, Atow hits the bar. And now Oski hits the bar. They both had a shot at it there. I think top shelf shots would have been unsavable in both of those plays. And neither of them were able to make contact. Not mixed up their kickoffs too much, but that one really caught Vitality by surprise. Good defense by Zen. Respecting Attow's mid-air flick, and the what a save from Atow is absolutely meant in that situation. There's been a lot of what a saves that have not really been intended as compliments, but that one was. Now Oski passed one. Unable to dunk it past Zen though. He's just too solid with the 50-50s in defense. Oski downfield to Atow. Radosin back into the mix, but Zen's eliminated from the pitch for now. And Radosin looks for top corner. He's not able to get it, but it was still a goal line scramble to clear the ball. Now Zen missed the boost steal. That allowed Oski to grab it. Zen's just going to fake it, go for the bump on the goalkeeper. Radosin with the double tap, triple, saved by the recovering Oski. Now, had Zen landed that boost steal, there's a good chance Oski would not have been able to recover there. So that was actually a big deal. About 10 seconds before that play ended up happening. JFinS section, 3-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the 2v2s tonight. Not sure if we've got another one after this one. I've seen a couple people have been asking. I think Team Liquid might have to go after this one, but we'll see. Oski's got all the time in the world with this play. No flip to work with though, so he tries to offload to Atow. That's really not the best result from a Team Liquid completely uncontested play. Zen with a big flick infield. Atow is actually playing for the demo in defense there. Quick wave dash from Zen. Actually puts the ball middle in. Well, you can forgive Radosin for not playing the miss in that position. The in and out save from Oski looked routine. Did in fact miss the ball. Not sure if it was a fake. Probably a miss based on how hard he threw himself at it. Now 1-2 pass from Liquid. Double tap from Oski. Goes in the wrong direction, but that does allow Atow to come in for the boost steal. Vitality survived without any problems, but Radosin's quite hindered on this play. Still able to get it past one, but the second player easily able to deal with him. Zen following Oski the whole way. Complete deadlock in game 3. Team Liquid still the team prioritizing passes more often, but Vitality look just as dangerous. Completely even series. Start to finish pretty much. Going to be any 1v1 show matches? Possibly. Like I said, I don't know if either of these teams want to stay on and challenge another team after this. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, what a goal. Atow manages boost perfectly to double tap off Oski's pass. Of course, Oski's flying up at this himself, so Zen's not really sure until it's too late which angle he should be covering. It's all about the first touch there from Atow. He hits it straight into the backboard in a position for it where only he could follow. Make sure the finish as well. And can Vitality come back? This is not a great position for them. Atow's taking Zen out of the game. Zen says, sorry, wow, nice bump. I'm not sure. Maybe he went for a demo and got demoed. Radosin stripped everybody up. Oh, what a play by Radosin. He just brings the ball into the middle of the box and then sits underneath the goalkeeper so that they can't move. Atow wanted to get back to the ball here, but he was being prevented by Radosin's mere presence near the play. Yeah, I might actually have to go back and watch this replay if you guys remind me after this match is done. See what Zen was quick chatting about. It was off screen, he got demoed, but we definitely want to check if he was actually playing for the demo himself. Radosin lets the ball bounce once. Sends it high for Zen. Zen's up for this. Double tap. Not making contact. Radosin not going to keep it up in the air either. It's looking like it might be quite awkward to take over the crossbar of his own goal. Zen, back corner, beaten to the ball by Atow, who has a reset. Zen's just pre-jumped right in front of him there, covered in the net. Zen definitely did have a look at that double tap in the closing seconds of the game. That was scoreable for a player like him. Obviously, he knows he's got to put it in quickly. He's got to hit a good shot. It's not just going to be a goal if it's on target. It has to be on target and fast. Atow using Oski as a distraction here. Oski turns around just before the pass comes towards him. You can definitely see that the passing plays that Liquid have landed earlier have got Vitality thinking about that a bit too much. Oh, if Atow had just been waiting a bit longer there, that would have been wide open for him. For the second time, Team Liquid are not there to collect the infield. Whether it's intentional or not, they look like they will be ready this time. Atow unable to bump Radosin though. It's been mostly Team Liquid with the opportunities here. Atow run ahead, lets Oski take over. Oski back to Atow. Radosin follows it the whole way. This is Team Liquid synergy versus Vitality's defensive structure at the moment. Now Oski, brief 1v1 with Radosin, and it's Radosin who comes out on top. Great result for Vitality, worth where the ball's ended up. Zen's able to counter-attack. He's coming in for the solo play, but Atow shuts that one down. Back and forth. Completely even matchup here. Wave dash play from Oski. Denied by Zen again. Atow going for another tight angle double tap. Seems like every 30 seconds or so Liquid have one of these ready to go. What's Oski got in mind? Flips underneath, or flips upside down to jump down to the ground just a little bit faster. Atow's got a reset here. He bounces it over Zen by shooting it into the ground. Well, look at this from Atow. This is a very unconventional way of playing. Radosin's got to make contact there. Oh, what a shot by Atow. He had no boost again, but he still gets it past two Vitality defenders. Team Liquid 2-1. Yeah, I do think Radosin's got to play the ball there. He can't get faked in a position like that. That was definitely a misplay at the end, but Team Liquid have thoroughly deserved that win. I think they've done so well. Their passing is brilliant. Their fake passing is also like just kind of a reward for passing as much as they did earlier. When you pass as much as Team Liquid do, the other team they have to be ready for the passes, and if they're ready for the passes, they're not covering shots. They're not covering solo plays. Zen can't win a 2-show match. Well, he won his last one that he played. Zen Radosin, in fact, both won the last show match they played. They were able to beat Nas Drally. It's a big win with how well Nas and Drally were playing. Yeah, it's a lot better there by Radosin, following the whole play, not allowing the fake to land. Makes it a lot easier for Zen to follow up. Sorry about these brief screen freezes. I keep forgetting if I'm tabbed in or not, and I try to tab out of the game and it just freezes. Radosin, infield to Zen. Takes his time, picks his spot. Puts Vitality up 1-0, but that's brilliant by Radosin. Very fast recovery. Putting the pressure on Atow. Where Liquid placing at Worlds, leak the script. I expect Liquid to make top 8. But I think Liquid's most likely finish is 5th to 8th. And then their second most likely finish would be 3rd, 4th, as in semifinals. And then after that, I guess their third most likely would be 9th, 12th. I can't say that they're top 3 or even top 4. I think they're maybe a top 5 or 6 team at this LAN. And that's just if they can show up with their usual form. They obviously didn't play very well in Boston. Well, Radosin makes it 2-0 here for Vitality. They've just been better team in the first minute and change here. Sealing double tap by Radosin. He didn't need all that much power on this because he had the flip reset as well. So it's all about getting the hitbox right rather than placing the shot. Must have Rule 1 top 4. Rule 1 are definitely in that conversation as well. I feel like the top 3 is pretty clearly Vitality, Karmine Corp, BDS. Then after that, you've got a bunch of teams that are kind of contending for next in line. I think teams like Gen G have to be respected in the next group of teams. I think teams like Rule 1 have to be in there. Yeah, I think Liquid could be in there, Complexity could be in there. That's probably the next 3 teams I would mention. Yeah, you got the big 3 in EU, and then you've got Complexity, Gen G, Rule 1, Team Liquid. That's 4 more. That's probably your next 4. They're very close, I would say. Then it's very unclear what kind of level FaZe are at. I know everybody's saying FaZe, top 8, FaZe, but I think it's very unclear where they are. Yeah, not a bad goal there by Team Liquid. They've got a bit more work to do, but they're definitely connecting quite well here in this series. Why skip? Sorry, it was muscle memory. I'm not gonna lie, it was just muscle memory. I did not mean to. Yeah, I think that you can't put FaZe in the same tier as Complexity, Gen G, Team Liquid, Rule 1 right now because they didn't even make LAN in a region that performed poorly at LAN right now in Boston. And I know some people are saying, but they were grand final of the Winter Major. Well, spring form is very, I think, accurate to how teams are likely to play at Worlds. Think about last season's World Championship. Who made top 8 at Worlds? It was BDS, who were phenomenal online in the spring. It was G2, who were phenomenal online in the spring. Then in the semi-finals, you had Furia, again phenomenal in the spring. They got top 6 in London. You had FaZe, who were phenomenal online in the spring. You had KC, who were brilliant online in the spring, 4th place London. You had Moist, who literally won London. You had V1, who were 3rd place in London. Like every team in the top 8 at Worlds last season did really well at some point in the spring split, either online or on LAN, except NRG, who had a bit of a Mickey run to get through there, because the bracket can sometimes hand one or maybe even 2 teams an easier path, I should say. So, with that in mind, did FaZe play well online in North America during this season's spring split? No. Did they play well on LAN during the spring split? No, because they didn't even qualify. So they played exceptionally badly compared to the teams who were making top 8 last season relative to the time. So that's why I say it's unclear about how FaZe is going to play. Like, they might be able to regain and come back to their previous form, but I would say that would be probably, I'm leaning towards saying that that's almost unexpected. I'd say it would be a surprise if they're top 8, because they've been playing so badly in the spring split. Like, it would be a really, really big turnaround for them to make to make top 4 or top 8 even. Hey, what are these guys saying? Saying no. But yeah, don't get me wrong, FaZe, it's when I say that I don't have them in my top 8 power rankings going in to the major, I do still think that they've got a big range of how they could perform. I think it's unclear what FaZe we're going to see, but I'll tell you the 2 reasons why I don't expect FaZe to make top 8. Reason number 1, I've just explained it at length. That's because their spring split form has been very poor in a region that has not been that impressive. And the second reason is FaZe have started slow at last year's World Championship, this year's fall split major, and this year's Winter Major. So there's been 3 LANs where FaZe have started very, very slowly. In fact, they started pretty slowly on day 1 in spring last season as well, and they started slowly in winter. I don't think there's been a single LAN where FaZe have started well. They kind of improve as LANs go on. So think about it. Are FaZe likely to just roll over a team that come out of wildcard seed 4 in their first match of the tournament? I don't think so. I think that they're probably the underdog in most matches, but they might be the favorite. Like wildcard 4 could be a team like Power, it could be a team like Crew, it could be a team like Complexity. You know, it could be a really nasty matchup for FaZe, or it could be a matchup where they're favored. We don't know. Yeah, a lot of people are just assuming, okay, FaZe will obviously make it through their first match and then they play Vitality. But I don't think that's obvious at all. It could be G1, it could be Oxygen. Zen says he lags. Hold on a second here, what? Change server, please. Okay, hold on. 4G is so bad. Okay, it's 1-0 for 16. That's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zen. Even if you lag, this is... Fair's fair. We'll go the server, but the goal will stand. Because I do not have any way to confirm or deny whether lag took place. I do trust in that lag took place, but to discourage players just calling lag when they get scored on, I will put the goal up. It's going to be 2-0 Liquid. They're actually off to a flying start here. Radosin on a very, very long rotation back to net there. Zen could not stall long enough for him to recover. No second lag call. No, guys, come on. Zen's not going to lie about this. Obviously, he's serious, but so that's just a standard like ruling for any show match or tournament that I run. If somebody lags out or calls for a pause or something, I do allow the other player to just score a goal if they want one, because I have no way of checking the validity of the claim. But then I will pause the game afterwards, or restart the server as you just saw. Then we get the best of both worlds. Zero incentive for players to falsely claim lag, but we do get server restarts and pauses when there appears to be lag. Who'd I want to win Worlds? I think it would be pretty cool to see Vitality winning Worlds. It would be pretty cool to see VIT getting a World Championship win. It'd be pretty cool to see BDS. I mean, there's a lot of teams I would love to see win. Like, I'm just a Rocket League fan, so I mean, I can't really think of many teams I wouldn't want to see win Worlds. But if you're making me pick one, man, one team. If I was to pick one team to win Worlds, who deserves more? Oh, what a goal! Again, Team Liquid are just making this impossible for Vitality to read them. Oski offload into Atow. I do have to call out Radosin a little bit. He's way out of the game again. Zen having to do a lot of 1v2 defense, but not sure if it would have mattered. Team Liquid have just done so well with these plays. I think I would say the coolest win would probably be a team like Rule 1, because it's like, I could just say Elevate. Hey, let's just pick Elevate. But I think that out of all the teams who have a realistic chance, no offense to Elevate, but the teams who have a realistic chance of winning, I'll say Rule 1. That would be the coolest team to see win. Yeah, Liquid are really on one right now. They've already beaten the top SETI, or one of the top SETI teams. I'm sure Rawascaliers would have a problem with me saying just straight up that TRK and Epor are the best. And they're definitely very close in comparison. And now they're taking down Vitality's duo, who the other day beat Nastrali. I mean, this is very impressive stuff. Atow even attempting a pogo shot, but that's one, oh, it has not gone in, but the bump's landing. Team Liquid are going to get another goal here. It's physical play in two different positions. That little trip just messed up Radosin's takeoff, and he could not recover midair. And, you know, credit to Zen and Radosin playing on it 4-0 tied with only a minute and 40 left. Let's see what they can do. Radosin denied his first chance on net. Zen looking to catch Oski, hunting boost instead of defending the goal. Oski makes the right play. Just calm defense by Team Liquid at the end of the game here. That's all they need, just calm defense. Vitality are the team who have to take risks. Can Team Liquid hold them at bay long enough? Well, Radosin's done well here. Zen harassed the defender. Radosin 50-50 to pass the second one. And that's Vitality's first goal. With over a minute to go, so it is winnable. They're going to need some kickoffs to go their way, though. That one did not. Oski should have the full control. Offloads to Atow. This is more time wasted that Vitality desperately need. Zen pre-flips into an air dribble. Wanted to catch Oski, covered in a reset shot. Instead, Oski's just waiting patiently. It's been patient defense all around. That was a double demo. Atow and Zen both taken off the pitch at the same time. Just 40 seconds now for Vitality. Zen stops the fifth goal from going in. He's waiting down the line, hoping Radosin can get the ball in this direction, but it's gone the other way. Less than 30 seconds remain. Atow pre-jumps Radosin's attempted clear. Zen was waiting upfield that entire time. Now here he goes. Zen with the reset. Not able to fake out one because Atow stayed on the ball. That should be game. Team Liquid just too good today. A closer match here, but still Team Liquid coming out on top. Atow and Oski cannot be denied. Who can stop them? Zen and Rado tried. They could not get the job done. GG's. And the only game that they won, as if to make a point, the only game that Vitality won was the game that Radosin missed the open net. So, GG's from Zen in the party chat there before anybody says he rage quit and left. That's in GG's. But GG's to everyone here. Thanks for playing. Let's go take a look at some of these replays and find out what happened in key moments. We have to see the Radosin open net miss first of all, because I don't think we were on his POV for that one. That was a classic. This is an all-time classic from Radosin. When did it happen? It was right before the first goal, if I recall. Alright, here we go. Absolutely wide open. He's trying to clip on an open net and doesn't even hit the ball. That is a brilliant play by Radosin. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Wait, what did Zen see? Because Zen obviously had a good view of this. Oh, it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, that's the only game that they won. They only won the game where Radosin did this. Every other game, Radosin did not miss an open net and Vitality lost. I'm seeing a connection here. I'm seeing a pattern. Right, what else happened here? We had, I think Zen was spamming quick chat after something happened here. Let's see. Was it here? Might have been a bit farther. I don't remember exactly when this one was. Oh, they won 2 games. Yeah, of course. Sorry. I have to just assume that there was another open net miss there in that other Vitality win. I have to just assume. I forgot that they took a second game. I was thinking it was the 3-1 score, but that was the Saudi Arabia series, of course. When did Zen get demoed? I swear it was somewhere around here. Ah, okay, it was here. This, yeah, he didn't actually think he had a demo because he's watching ball cam. I was curious if Zen thought he had a demo here, but yeah, he clearly didn't. Didn't have one. If you want us to do 3-1, 3-2, and now 3-0, we can do Oxygen if you want. Atow. I think Oxygen have gone off for the night, but thanks for the offer.